up, guys? I hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to do an update video. I know that we're still sitting fairly far out from World's Strongest Man, which is planned for November, but you know, I've been getting a lot of questions about, you know, my training and preparation and how I'm feeling and, you know, all of these types of things. So I figured it'd be kind of cool to do a little update about where I'm kind of currently sitting with my body weight and my training and, you know, just mental position, I guess, at this point leading up to World's Strongest Man. So the good news or exciting news is that I have got my official invitation to World's Strongest Man this year. I already knew that I was invited or had an invitation based on the fact that I've won World's Strongest Man before, but it's always awesome and exciting to get that, you know, the email, just read that I'm officially invited. So that's great. As far as the actual contest, they're still working on the fine details and, you know, we're going to get some more information, and essentially that's what I've been told. So that's great. But it looks like as of now that everything is going to be moving forward in November, which is super exciting. So as you all know, I've been doing, you know, the bench training, kind of set some different goals to keep myself basically mentally fresh and sharp. That's the biggest reason that I wanted to do that, because, you know, I was getting a little bit down when everything was kind of happening in the world and things started getting canceled and postponed and all of that. So I feel like that has been really, really good for me. It's kept me sharp with my training and allowed me to address some potential weaknesses and work on areas that I needed to build up. So that's exciting. Through this process, I gotta say, I haven't hopped on the scale, and I hopped on the scale recently and was a little bit shocked at what I saw on the scale. So I actually was somewhere like low 430s on the scale, and I didn't realize I had put that much weight on. It's not that hard for me to put weight on, and so I was pretty surprised. I thought I was actually staying closer to 400. I was in the 430s. So I've made a change with my diet and just kind of shifted gears. So let's hop on and see where I'm sitting right now, just to give you guys a weight update. I feel like everybody loves weight updates. So 425.4 pounds. So I've managed to already drop a little bit of weight, which is great. You know, it's just one of those things where I don't want to be too heavy this year going into World's Strongest Man. And I know that you guys followed along with the whole, you know, kind of transformation, trying to get my body weight closer to 400. So with some of this different training, I've thrown different stimuluses at my body, and the way that it's responded is it's put some more weight on. So what I've got to do now is kind of keep that in check, make sure that I'm not getting too heavy. So we're gonna try to now start trimming down. So I'm gonna let you guys know what my plan is, you know, as far as the diet and the different conditioning work and some of those type of things. So anyway, we're gonna stop with the weigh-in. I think we'll show you guys a little bit of eating next, just to show you how I'm kind of cutting back in that area and kind of do a little bit of an update so you guys know what's going on. All right, guys, so we are at Costco, and this is officially the first time I've filmed with a mask, but it is required here, so we're gonna wear it, follow the rules. What I'm doing here is actually grabbing some of the fruits that I need for my new diet change. So we're gonna grab some blueberries, we'll grab some blackberries, grab some strawberries. I kind of get a choice with some of my meals, so I'm gonna stock up on all of it and then try to rotate the fruits with each meal. This right here is horrible to deal with for me. Limit 1 on eggs. Luckily, I can get 5 dozen, but I can only get 1 package of 5 dozen. So, yeah, it's that's been tough through this this challenging time. The limit on eggs, that needs to go away. And as you guys know, any Costco trip is not complete without at least getting 1 50-pound bag of rice. All right, guys, so this is some of the extra conditioning work that I'm adding in. So I typically will pick a few different things and do a circuit. So today, for example, I'm gonna use the Rogue Echo bike, which definitely kicks my butt. So I'll go 30 seconds, basically just a 30-second sprint, a quick break. Then I've got a weighted ball here, so this is 60 pounds. I'll go ground to overhead and then throw it back down for 10 reps. And then I'll shift over to the Concept 2 rower here. And then I'll do 30 seconds on that as well, and just treat this basically as a circuit. So it's essentially the ball slams will take me around 30 seconds for 10 of those total. So it's about a 30-second on, about a 30-second break. I don't time the breaks. I basically just hop off, take a quick break, and move on to the next exercise. And then I'll go through this 5 times. Just wrapping up the conditioning work here, and overall, I gotta say, I really feel like I'm sitting in a good spot, and especially once I can cut down some of this body weight, I really am starting to get excited because I feel like I can bring in a very good package to World's Strongest Man. I mean, I know a lot of you have been following along with all of the bench training, and you know, we haven't showed a lot of the accessory work and that type of stuff that's been going on, but I gotta say, I feel like I'm building up a lot of weak points, or, you know, maybe not weak points, but even areas that I haven't touched enough and that needed to be addressed during this time. And so I feel like once I can get this conditioning on point and, you know, really tune myself up to be prepared for the events that we're gonna have at World's Strongest Man, I mean, I really feel in my mind that the sky is the limit for me right now. And, you know, I'm excited, I'm pumped up, I'm motivated. You know, this has been an absolutely crazy year, but I've tried to maintain that positive mindset, and, you know, I'm trying to attack the things that I can control right now. And I feel like that's gonna pay off in the long run here. And, you know, we will just see. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm gonna keep, you know, putting this work in and doing the stuff that, you know, maybe isn't as fun, but it's gonna help me to get to where I need to go as far as, you know, the physical package that I need to bring to World's Strongest Man in order to get back on the top of that podium where I wanna be. So I think it's time to head in, get another meal in, and get cleaned up. So that's what we're gonna do now. Any body weight change or physical transformation has to start with what you eat. I mean, it really is as simple as calories in versus calories out. So one of the biggest things when I hopped on the scale there and figured out that my body weight was creeping up much higher than I kind of anticipated or thought it was you know, I reached out to my nutritionist and said, hey, I think we got a little bit of an issue. I think I'm eating a little bit too much, and my body weight is creeping up based on the training that I'm doing. So we went back and revamped what I'm eating, and actually took out one of my meals. So typically I'd been eating 6 meals during the day. We bumped it back to 5, shifted things around. So this is actually just an example of one of my meals. You know, I know we've done kind of the full day of eating videos before, so if that's something you guys would like to see as far as me making some of these changes, we could do that as well. But this is just an example of one of my meals throughout the day. So what I've got is bison patties from Trifecta. So I'm gonna have 10 ounces of these. I've already microwaved these to heat them up. So it's very convenient and easy to do. So we're gonna go 10 ounces here. Right there, good. So that's 11, a little bit over, so we'll just take off. Perfect. 10.1, I will take that. The next thing that we're gonna throw in that actually makes this really delicious is some duck fat. So not a lot of this, but once the meat is hot, I'll just kind of get a little bit. And I don't really measure this out just because it's tough, but it's a tablespoon of duck fat, give or take. So I'll throw that in. The next thing that we're adding more of with my diet now is actually fruits and vegetables. So with this one, I'm having roughly 2 cups of green beans as well. So it's just this whole container. Dump that in just like that. And then I get a choice with this meal of rice or sweet potatoes. And with this one, I'm going with rice. So throw in roughly a cup and a half of rice is what I'm gonna do here with this meal. Perfect. So there you go. All done. Really simple, really easy. You still gotta get the calories and you know, all of the food in, but we're cutting back a little bit. So you know, I now, you know, with this adjustment, need to see how it fits with my training. You know, if it starts to affect me in a negative way. But you know, based on the fact that my body weight is already starting to come down, I think it's the right change. I just need to make sure that we're not making too drastic of a change because we've got a long time, but I also don't want to start my really hard prep for World's Strongest Man at, you know, 430 plus pounds, because that is not the package that's going to win me World's Strongest Man this year. So I'm going to trend down, get that body weight down, and you know, keep working on getting in better shape. But like I said, it's got to start with the food, and hopefully these changes that I'm making with the food are going to have a positive impact.